In this video, we're discussing the topic of an amended return. Basically, how do you do it in the software? And this is something I don't like to do, but I'm going to actually have to show you the way that it's done in a PowerPoint presentation, just because the way that the software works is whenever the return is in an accepted status, it will then pull the data forward into the original column, right? In a 1040X, we have an original column, and then we have our corrected column that we're basically the reason that we're amending the return. So if I'm in my amended return, which you can see here as a menu item, it's going to take me in, and it's going to give me instructions on how to amend the return. So basically this is a tutorial. Then you have your original information section. So this would pull in all of the existing data in the tax return. You would then go make your corrections, explain your changes, and print the amended return. But because this return hasn't been accepted and we take taxpayer data very seriously, we're not going to show you any live data. We need to protect that taxpayer. So we're going to take you through a quick PowerPoint and just show you exactly how that would work. At this point, it should kick up. There we go. So just like what we were looking at, this is the summary page. We are now ready to start the amended return. So I click on my amended return. We just saw this screen exactly like this. Once you are ready to rock and roll, you're going to click on the original federal return information, in which case it pulls that data forward, everything that was in that return in its entirety. Obviously, this is a very simple tax return. Once you're satisfied that the information's pulled forward correctly, you go back, you click on Make Your Corrections for Amended Return. Once you've selected that, it then prompts you, gives you an explanation of what's going to happen, and then it's going to take you back to your income menu. At any point, you can make a change at any part of this tax return now that you're in here. Basically, it's going to track all of your changes, and as you make those changes, it will then add them to the corrected column. So you can see I'm going to go in and add in a just basic W-2. We've covered up the taxpayer's name, we've covered up the taxpayer's employer, but you can see this is their current federal refund amount. So I'm going to add a W-2. Here's all the malarkey I put in, that they had $20,000 in wages, they had $7,000 in taxes withheld. Go to the next screen. You can see how that now changes the refund amount. Again, covering the taxpayer's name, covering their employer name. So it jumped the tax return up a whole bunch. Click to the next. Still, the refund's changed. Now at this point, I need to explain my the reason for amending the tax return. Well, sorry, we forgot a W-2. We forgot a 1099. I screwed up. Going from there, now it's going to then prompt those changes into the printed. So we go into the printed section, and then it pulls it into the printed 1040X. You get that bad boy, you print it out, you send it on to the IRS, and you've successfully amended the return. So again, not what we like to do as far as how to display it. I'd love to show it to you live, but for the protection of our taxpayers, we can't show you live data. So that's how it will work for you. That's how it does work, is you click on the original federal return after the return's been accepted, and you can amend it. Now something cool, if that return wasn't a return that you sent off, and you just need to basically recreate the tax return as it was transmitted, you can just go in here and type in basically what's on the 1040 that your taxpayer brought into you. We give you little hints. Where is this amount located? Well, if you file the 1040, it's here. If you file the 1040A, it's here. So pretty cool stuff. So if you are fixing somebody else's problems, this is a quick way just to kind of go in and override the junk that they did. So hopefully this was helpful, gives you a clear understanding of the process for the 1040X in the online software. Appreciate your time, and hopefully you have an amazing tax season. Thank you.